Welcome to another quarterfinals game of the Wisdom of Thoth tournament. There are $1,000 on the line, and it's at this point a single elimination stage, so whoever loses the series is out. The top 4 spots are the payouts, so it's really important to win this. Yoshii, the master of everything crazy, is in the blue color, playing S4, one of his favorite gods, I'm sure. On the other side, in the red color, this is Ulysses, playing as Oranos. This guy really needs no introduction, guys. Absolute top level gamer. Really terrifying opponent. And Yoshii will have to go deep in his playbook to be able to handle this. Now, I think he's already got his... Oh, he doesn't have pick sticker. What happened to pick sticker? Okay, he's getting it in the other box card. That's totally fine. Ghost Lake usually doesn't have a whole lot of food. This time, you only get one starting board in the main, but there's a good amount of caribou out there. So it's not too bad. Plenty of goats through the middle that can be found as well. But Ulysses takes a few of those home already. Only got 9 at home. That's very nice. 7, 8, 9 for Yoshii. Okay, it's pretty equal. Having the map fully revealed now because there was no spectator for this one. Some of the later games will have it though. For relics, we've got the armor of Achilles, and that gives some hack armor to infantry. Pandora's box is the other relic. Maybe training time reductions. Oranos, typically speaking, very interested in flooding on these maps and trying to deny gold. Well, guess what? Yoshii didn't use his gold mine god power. So Dwarven mine is still getting kept safe for later, at which point he can get more out of it. So it's 750 in the arcade cage for that gold mine. Then I believe you get 1,000 in classical. It goes up to no. It should be 1,500. And then 3,000 and then 6,000, I think. That's how it goes in the different ages. The longer you keep it, the more you get. Tempo's coming down for Ulysses now. He's got his hunt. Villager has been shift-clicked onto the goat. Make sure he wastes absolutely no time. Oh, missing the goat. There we go. He's got a hunting party on the caribou. These will probably be devoured before anybody goes to the next stage. Yoshii making Archaic Age hearse here. Excuse me, what? I mean, before advancing, I guess he overdid his food. Makes sense. He still needs to get out last ox card. This is strange stuff, man. He's getting yet another hearse here. This is slowing down his advance a lot. It will be a 5-minute plus advance. Oh my god, he's still getting villagers. What is this? And an ox cart. Pre-advancing, he's gonna have 3 hearse here. Dude, what is going on? I guess he wants to hit really hard. But like 5 hearse here. In the classical age. Are we... He's already Prometheus, dude. What is this build order? Don't you just get bullied by thermokiding? No Atlantis in the chat says Yoshi's listening to Boyd. I mean, these guys, they were made for each other. This is not looking so good, guys. Counter barracks. military barracks should just be flooding into this, and the Hersier don't have any DPS in the archaic cage. For SETI, once you get Hall of Faints, it's all good. But in the archaic cage, there's no auto-gathering from the Hersier. As soon as you hit, they're gonna make their own favor. Which is nice, and you know, all the food has been gobbled up by Yoshii. That is also nice. But now he's no longer able to secure this. Okay, he's got Forseti. Walling up. Doesn't have the resources quite for Hall of Fames. Once he does, this is actually not too bad. Considering that there was no big flood. They gather passive favor now that we're classical. In archaic, no. So that is something to keep in mind. You can see it going up to like 16 already. It was at 10 just a moment ago, before the advance. But while they were in archaic, nothing was gathered. All the favor was from animal kills. It's a good amount of Hirsch here, guys, but what now? We're housed. Oh no. That's a disaster pairing. Housing and archaic age spam. Yes, you might as well just advance faster. Still get the hearse here from a longhouse. And you can't... okay, there's one reason for archaic Persia like this. It's the second you advance, you're on top of a resource of the other guy, and then you can slap the villagers. That's a reason. But Uranus is gonna advance fast. They're gonna have all this. Which is why we usually don't see this kind of business. We've got the defensive watchtowers. And yeah, Yoshii needs to be the one to defend his stuff. Full surround on that villager, by the way. Super clean from Ulysses. I think he's gonna get maybe even 2 kills here. I'll be careful with that. No Hall of Fames anywhere in sight. Yoshii might be going for a semi-fast heroic. It's a really strange combination of build order and strategy. I can't read this, and maybe that's the whole point. Doesn't want Ulysses to read it either. Just throwing the man off. The healing spring is providing some value here. But also Yoshii kind of getting dunked on. Those villagers, the dwarves can't take it. And if he stops his food unit production and switches to a little bit of maybe throwing axemen, guess I could see this working. Needs a force drop off still, even with that. It's a lot of ox guards. But Ulysses just happily chipping away at the units. Not really able to do too much damage, but he's getting a second TC behind this. He's a little bit further away from the heroic age, which maybe might be Yoshii's play here. I really thought this would be all about Hall of Fames, but I'm completely off about that too. And it's not like Yoshii doesn't have the resources. He's got all the wood in the world. He's got all the favor in the world. 44 favor at the moment, with 7 Hersier auto gathering. This Yoshii guy is something else. He's chilling by the spring. His cool tub. Ulysses is just letting him. For the most part. I'm surprised we didn't see like a larger amount of Murmillo. That's gonna farm the favor from the frozen units. And there's the gold mine. Yoshii doesn't want to go anywhere. It's like a medium gold mine now. 3,000 in there. Oh, is he gonna wall this in? Oh boy. They can still escape through the city though. It's not a complete wall. And frost doesn't last too long. But some serious slaps getting delivered onto these units. Yoshii should be able to keep making frost giants. I don't think he'll get this TC though. Ulysses can't see it actually. Maybe if the Murmillo gets in there. Anyway, the frost didn't do much. Yoshii got to eat up his gold mine. Is he just staying home all the way until Ragnarok? Getting trolls now. I mean, he has the wood. That's... Well, I said several times now. Wood is not an issue. So he can keep making trolls. There's a... Idleville in the watchtower. Awkward. 2 trolls are better than 1. And their numbers just keep growing. Our boy is trolling us. But here's the thing. Ulysses is not all in. He can do this all day. And he's gonna have some pretty good defenses behind this. Is he going heroic? Almost ready. Just need the armory completed. I wish the armory was hugging the town center though. Even if Yoshii goes for 1 TC Ragnarok though. Well, 2 TCs, but... His villager count isn't all that impressive, guys. Let's take a quick look. He's maybe gonna have like 45 villagers for Ragnarok. That's it. That could be okay. But it's not anything special. I think that Masons and Murmillo might be able to fight that. Are the trolls for birds? That looked very defensive in nature to me. He's even getting Hammer Troll. That was for the army. Skip. But the trolls would be a good answer to birds, yes. Gotta be careful when there's that many heroes though. That's a serious threat. There's some pretty decent stats on this. 14.4 DPS is not bad at all. More dwarves being made. Baldur's halfway up. Gonna expire that gold mine. And then I guess go for it. Maybe he's gonna make some fire giants? Would make for a lot stronger of a push, but he doesn't have units to generate favor with. That's an issue. Just a 5 first here. And they will die here, so... Taking the more defensive stances makes a lot of sense to me now. Baya is in. So yeah, Ulysses might just go for a bunch of birds. Palace getting made. Man's 3 TCs. So a lot of targets for the Ragnarok. Yeah, picking off the Prometheans, I also like that. That's gonna give a lot of favor. Ulysses already ready to go Mythic. Holy moly. Is he gonna click it in anywhere? Or not? Looks like not. And Yoshi's defending this pretty good. He's already got bronze shields. Getting out one extra fire giant is really all that he can do. And once that's done, he can actually Ragnarok. Oh, Ulysses, I'm sure, has figured out by now what's going on. Bird is the word, picking off whatever it can. There's a super low HP dwarf there. We should definitely get to that before too long. And yeah, Fire Giant is just the ultimate counter to the Stymphalian bird. It's pretty ultimate. Oh, it's not spawning! Yoshii, you gotta stop the throwing axes. Are we even... We're not farming at all. Oh my goodness. Well, he's going for it. This game is absolutely bonkers, dude. I've never seen anything like this. He's going for it, finding the heavy Murmillo. And it doesn't look to me like Ulysses is going mythic. No, he kept his resources, he spent it on units and upgrades. Trying to make as many military barracks as he possibly can for Murmillo. We're gonna have iron shields for Yoshii. Oh my god. Here they come. 233 population of Rag heroes with iron shields and a double fire giant. Wait, the second fire giant actually never spawned. Soon, TM. Going for the outer palace as well as the market would be a good idea here. Valor gets used. There's a medium throwing axeman now, which is a little better than not having those. I like going after the manor, but at least force a little rebuild there. Leaves the outer TC alone, though. That's a good opportunity for Ulysses to make a comeback with these villagers, and I would like to see him actually surround this with barracks. Now his home TC is definitely threatened, very much so. The archers are still doing some pretty good damage despite the nearly 60% pierce armor here. But they're getting trolled. Villagers repairing as well as they can, but they're not on passive stance. They're not ignoring the incoming damage, and it's a good amount coming in. Masons, fortified towns, and, sorry, architects. It's not just masons and fortified TCs. That's pretty good. Even though it's an Atlantean town center, it's got a good amount of health. The gold miners have been pushed off, and here comes the boom. Yoshii on 179 population. Is this actually gonna work? I mean, he's not done any lasting damage so far. He's killed some units. Ulysses is goldless. He can't actually defend himself right now. Those Norse units just keep going. But as long as Ulysses can trade away his resources and start at least something, he can always go back here. There's only one Ragnarok hero. Bird actually dodges all the shots. What the hell? It's a ninja. Citizens dying left and right. Looks like Yoshii is accomplishing his objectives for the most part. Ulysses is really broke. Now his TC is doomed. Orcs can certainly pick off the hammer trolls. They're not particularly strong anymore. Getting back 1 HP per attack. Not even Fire Giant still going after the vills. Surprised to see Ulysses not going out there. Just the one rag hero enough to cover these spots. Loses the TC. This looks like a Yoshii victory soon, if this keeps going. Fire Giant gets potentially taken down by the Arcus heroes. There's 4 of them. And Ulysses can just keep trading his economy. Do trolls only lifesteal from units? No, they lifesteal from everything, but bear in mind it's only 1 health that they do damage for. So they need 10 shots against buildings to actually reclaim a health. These buildings have very good health, not health, pierce armor. Palace getting destroyed, but so is Yoshii's army. I don't think he's got much left. He's at 92 pop. That's not much more than what Ulysses has. If our Atlantean boy can somehow survive this by even just garrisoning these citizens in the TC to gain more firepower and use the Arcus at their range to pick up those heroes one at a time, that could work out. Gets another hero citizen kill though. Oh my goodness, they just keep dropping left and right. Never had resources for any other stuff, but he's restarting his economy somewhat. It's starting to look pretty good. There's a new fire giant. Oh my goodness. That might be too much for Ulysses to deal with right now. He's got all the wood in the world. Definitely these villagers need to go and do something. He's just traded it all away. I'd actually kind of like to see a bunch of cavalry units. Because these throwing axemen are going to tear his Murmillo apart. Oh my goodness, dude. Yoshii is rebuilding Ezekiel. Some good pickoff on that troll, potentially. Nice. Yoshii doesn't have all that much left. I think Ulysses is starting to realize this DC is no longer something that Yoshii can destroy. Unless he comes up with like a lot more fire giants than I think he can make. That's gonna be it. I think he needs to transition now into making villagers and farms. But that's gonna take too long to really work. Oh, this is rough, buddy. Throwing axemen are just getting picked off by the Arcus. There's no mercy here. Humans are running away. The heroes keep shooting. It's exactly how this should go. Dwarf coming across the map. You know what it could do? It could get on top of these farms and delete them. Of the best place available. Oh well. Now that our Atlantean player got to mine gold a little bit, I'm really worried for Yoshii. Ulysses is maxed out on 120 population. That's brutal. He's missing a manor. Ulysses is missing a manor. Oh my god, there's the manor. Even the polar bear is joining the battle against Yoshii. Oh, that's brutal. Yep, this isn't gonna fly. Second fire giant's out. It's a really nice special attack though, but it wasn't actually that nice. It looked better than it ended up being. Mass burb. Alright, 3 fire giants plus a little healing. That could go a long way. Yoshii's gold mining operations are going okay too. But he's gonna need a new gold mine soon. It's problematic for sure. Spirit that's gonna be used. Ulysses can do this all day now. He's starting up a big trade route. The Ark is going after the dwarves, but they're gonna end up finding fire giants. Gotta watch out for that. Even heavy archers have to respect it. Super tense situation for Yoshii. He needs this gold mine more than anything. It doesn't have much in it left, even if he saves it though. Tons of archers getting converted. And the fire giant special attacks aren't going to connect with the archers whatsoever. He's gonna give up. Ulysses holds and takes game 1. She got more kills, but no economy behind it in the end. This Ragnarok all-in was, well, all in. Look at that eco difference. Ulysses almost gathered double the resources. So game 2 is going to be a bit of a different story, but Yoshii is still sticking with Norse. Opting for Odin here on Blue Lagoon. His opponent on the other side, Ulysses, switching to Greek, playing as Zeus this time. Yeah, that was a great hold in game 1. Probably no huge risk of the same happening here. Though you never know with Yoshii what he's gonna do. That's his greatest characteristic, that he will just throw crazy strats at you. Like Archaic Age Herseer spam. For whatever reason, that's what he chose to do there. I think he could have done fine without it, but that's just me. One of the relics is the Black Lotus. It's surrounded by tons of rhinos. This actually increases the farming gather rates. Very good relic. Piggy Scout finds the giraffes in the back. And it looks like Ulysses is instantly reacting, going to there with a villager to build a granary. Blue Lagoon usually has quite a lot of hunt. We've got elephants, we've got rhinos. There's probably more of those lurking in the shadows. Zebra and gazelle, diverse set for sure. Now Odin versus Zeus can get quite interesting. What you really want is to make sure you can secure a second gold mine, which usually ends up in Odin players either spamming super hard in the classical age to get the throwing axeman counts up with some raiding calf support, or you can just go semi-fast heroic. Yoshii seems to be a bit more on the aggressive side. At least with this temple placement, that's what that suggests. Maybe you'll walk in with a bunch of Herseers and the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie will get bolted no matter what you do. So there's not much you can do about that. I seriously doubt he's gonna make Archaic Age Herseer again, but we're gonna keep that temple selected until he clicks up Classical, because I can't trust this man anymore. Right, he's going Freya. He's not gonna try it with every Norse god, at least. That's good news. Or, it's news. I don't know if it's good. I'm sure we were all ready for some more nonsense. Second relic is unveiled, and it's gonna be the Anvil of Hephaestus. Some armory discounts. Nothing too exciting, but every little bit matters. That could have been a good storehouse to share resources with. If Ulysses puts it behind this villager, I think it would have been just perfect for these trees. Could have saved some 50 wood there. Well, this trading aggression has begun. And the storehouse gets burned down anyway, but there's a second one. Good preparation as always. That's something very important to do, is to remember to split that up. Oh my god. Yoshii is going all in again, but different. It's now in the classical age. He's got a very proxied up longhouse. I'm gonna make raiding calf from the distant one, and I assume even more from this. It should really all be just meta units. No throwing axes right now. And as predicted, the Valkyrie gets the bolt. This happens every time. It's just a high value target. Highest value for the next 10 minutes. Considering Yoshii's dedication to this pressure, it should actually take that long to get heroic. Getting a house right there, I don't know about that, but hey, whatever works for you, man. Pushing off the villagers from Hunt is a big play. They're not gonna kitchen knife into this fight. There's no way. Oh, well, with hero support they might. And it's gonna be actually throwing axemen to my great surprise. But additional Ulfsarks are also coming in, trying to house block, but that didn't work quite out. Still, there's more of that here. The villagers are gonna get pushed off, but not before they shank an Ulfsark to death. Oh my god, the villagers are committing hard here. They are gonna lose another dude. Oh, the 1 HP villager getting away. Yoshii's on the case, but I'm not sure he's gonna get it. Oh, he's leaving it alone. Oh, wow, that's bonkers. Hey, Goldline, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Raven escapes that last hit from Odysseus, so he can keep watching. Raven likes to watch. Right, another hoplite about to drop. But Ulysses is doing a good job at microing. He's just putting back the hoplites. Meanwhile, the Toxotes just keep shooting, and Yoshii's walking right into that fire. Also having to deal with the Minotaur and the restoration soon, so all that adds up. He has to respect what Ulysses can do here. His house is about to be taken down, which will house him. Better make some new ones out there, and he's on the case. He's on the case, that's good. Ulysses is running low on food, eating the last of his pigs. Now moving on to berries. If Yoshii can get on top of this, he could food starve out Ulysses from this game. But there's already a decent sized army for Ulysses. There's more archers coming out. He's a little bit housed, but he's just gonna get medium archers, so it's kind of fine. Oh, the hoplites are toast. Yoshii's kind of paying the price for it. These have been super even trades, and now the next thing that Yoshii can really do is to try to build up here and somehow get the units out, but it seems to me that Ulysses is just plowing through these houses absolutely no problem. He's got 5 hoplites on the case, and they're destroying this easy peasy. They got double damage against buildings. Norse houses are weaker. Never really stood a chance there. So our man is just constantly housed now. He has to run all the way back home. There's this area. But, like I said, housed. And his boys are out. Looks to me like Ulysses is just getting further and further ahead in population now, 75 to 55. There's a few more houses and our man is good to go. Might even all in on Yoshii's second mine. It's not even an all in, he's ahead. Yeah, Yoshii's gonna need a second gold mine right now, so unless he can do some crazy sneaking, Yuli is gonna be on top of this. He knows that it's 9 minutes. It's time to start looking for that second gold mine, depending on Yoshi's villager count. He will have gobbled it all up by now. Or he's just about to, depending. Anyway, all these buildings are getting wrecked, and you can't replace those very easily. It's not that cheap. I mean, you can do it, but that would have been a lot of units otherwise. Finding the gold villagers is an absolute disaster. Ulysses is... Yeah. Was even getting medium infantry, and Yoshi's gonna have to give that one up. It's not gonna fly. Well, that was rather self-explanatory. Ulysses just got a little bit too many kills, destroyed too many buildings, and that's that. Military count difference. Yep. Good. It's all good to GG out here. Spawning in the blue color, Yoshii is switching over to Egyptians, playing as Set. Now, we've seen him do some crazy stuff with Set shifting sands before. I'm sure he'll do it again. On the other side, we've got Ulysses swapping over to Hades. Not sure about that on Oasis specifically. Generally speaking, not the most Greek map that there is. But if the hunt is on the medium side, then that should be fine. Yoshi's scouting absolutely everywhere with his goats. Finds a relic, the Pelt of Argus. Nothing too crazy about that. Bet Ulysses wishes he was Zeus. He could bolt this thing right now. But with Hades, you're probably just gonna want a second TC and get your Sentinel on it. Now, Yoshii is bonkers with Set. He likes to aggressively shifting sands his villagers along with his zoo. Takes a pharaoh with him, of course. And then the kitchen knife fights begin. Over like the second hunt and whatnot. That is some bonker stuff. Maybe he will do it on a town center that Ulysses is trying to grab later. I could totally see stuff like that happening. The man will then build a wall of armories, which are free buildings. Just keep going with the pressure. Pretending he can side build with Norse and stuff. We have side builds at home. So Ulysses not entirely sure what his plan will be. But probably 2TC into Hippicon Toxotes classical age with Athena is really what we see most of the time, so I expect more of that. Map-wise, the second gold mine looks very safe for Yoshii should he play a standard macro game, but I'm hoping for a little crazy. He might do that. Flaxel and Buchen, a little bit of wall discounts, not super relevant. Oh, another safe gold mine. It's very nice for Yoshii. Of course, he doesn't know Ulysses was the ones to scout it. The age advances will pretty much be synced up to each other, which usually means that Yoshii will be able to do his kitchen knife shifting sands. And Ulysses is just committing his villagers to wood gathering here. That would mean a second TC. Now he's going for the chicks, but I guess he does have the 4 villagers on wood. That should be enough for a second TC then. Especially if this guy goes back. Does need a little bit of favor though for the hero. Otherwise there's no Chiron. What's pulling off? He doesn't want Chiron, what? Against Set, that could be a problem. Okay, Yoshi's gonna pick up the relic. Getting every little bit of value that he can from this. Oh wait, there's more. There's more hunt. Just gonna go for it. Is he gonna steal Ulysses' TC? I could totally imagine it. Pharaoh's not coming home just yet, so maybe not. He wanted to time it out perfectly. That is what would happen, and he's splitting up onto wood right now, so probably not the case. Unless he takes this group. And maybe the zoo will just join this, and then he goes. Nah, he's eating his zoo. Standard Yoshii. Just totally standard Yoshii this time. With a 2TC, expect a bit of a longer game with a little bit of a peace period here in the middle. We've got a new chatter asking how many civs are there in the game. Yeah, I imagine there's gonna be a lot of people coming back that haven't played in a long time. So there's, yes, Egyptian, Norse, and Greek. There's also Atlanteans. And on the extended edition, there's also Chinese, which are going to come into the remaster eventually, apparently. And who knows what else they're gonna add. Now, each of these pantheons have 3 major gods, so you can technically play as 15 different gods right now on the extended edition and 12 on the original, the Titans expansion. We'll see with retold how many it will be, but yeah, plenty of asymmetric options. Yoshii just eats up all the zoo. Looking for that heroic age advance, no doubt. Lots of Erebus coming in for a Greek gamer. There's plenty of favor left over to remake Chiron a bunch of times, should it be necessary. The villagers are gonna get surprised here by the hero. Good job by Ulysses spotting this. And I guess the kitchen knives can hold their own for the most part, especially with the Pharaoh's machine gun turret. There's not gonna be much pressure from this, aside from the idle time that's caused. I don't think many villagers will be lost here. Priest is also coming out, so that will be a good counter to the Minotaur. Chiron doing what he can. This is fairly cheap for a Greek player, mind you. But meanwhile, Yoshi's just gonna go heroic, and eventually he plants down the Migdal here. We'll be good to go from there. Pecan are on the way. Toxodis are on the way. Exactly as predicted. 2 TCs. The only thing I got wrong is that Ulysses didn't use Sentinel to protect any of these, which I assume will go on the 3rd town center. As for Yoshii, Nephthys is clicked in. He's getting Hands of the Pharaoh to get some extra range on the priests. And they can't fight the Hippicon, that's for sure. If we have a restoration here, the Minotaur will go back to full, the Chiron will go back to full. They're getting boxed in. Shifting Sand's a good tool to get rid of these guys. They're not going to be able to break through the wall in time. Toxodis and Chiron definitely are toast. The Minotaur's next. Free building shooting at him. Yeah, it's not gonna fly. Villagers still have to pull away though. There's 4 Hippicons here. That's a little bit too much for kitchen knives. I mean, they could win, but the cost would be high. Just wait out the Nefties, heal up a bit, plop down the Migdol right here, and you'll be good to go. Yoshii has the gold for 2 Migdols if he wants to. Well, set Migdols is actually discounted, so there's that. Plus the zoo is here. That will help. Although I think he wants to eat them up. Even converted some baboons with the priest, so they have been coming over. Ulysses interested in gold blocking. Maybe I'll get it done. Now that the Migdol's up, Yoshii will be able to make a handful of chariots. That should protect him for the most part. He's also getting a monument right on top of here. Quick wall should be able to protect him even more. But with just 1 villager, he won't be able to build it fast enough. The chariot's taking some fire on the way out. In fact, there's no way out. It's dead. Berry picking in the middle? Okay, Ulysses. You're a Giga Chat, we get it. We gotcha. This man can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. Nobody can stop him. Maybe Yoshii can though. I mean, he's looking for that mythic age. Market's coming up. Very much invisibility of Ulysses, by the way. He's aware. I assume it's gonna be some Horus shenanigans where he can start raiding with the Avengers. Do a bit of a NATO on the town center. It's a really good setup for Yoshii that he's got. And as hard as Ulysses is trying to gold block and control the map and wall this off and create a nice trade route for himself, I'm not sure it matters too much. Our set player here has 12,000 gold banked up. You will be able to use those 12,000 resources to secure this, believe you me. Horus is coming up, but this is not really something you can stop right now. I guess Ancestors getting used here could be epic. But Yoshii needed to do it seconds ago, not now. Those villagers will be able to force build even through Ancestors at this point. Doesn't matter. He'll use it later. I mean, Tornado is still an option. You definitely want to get one of those TCs with a bunch of farms around it so that the farming villagers also die. And for that, actually this would be my favorite spot. Then all the 9 villagers would probably just get sucked up. And who knows about the rest. If Ulysses panics and moves in the wrong shape, that would be an issue. Did Yoshii just... Oh, no, it's the Sentinels. They got 33 vision range, by the way. It's pretty bonkers. Oh, it's coming from Path of Argus. Normally they just have 30 vision. Sorry, no. 27 is what they got. Man, Sentinel, good unit. Ulysses will be able to get 4 TCs, but will that happen before he gets tornadoed? Probably not. I think Yoshii will notice this now and do the thing. Oh! He's gonna combine it with Shifting Sands. He's been saving up siege towers this whole time. Still wants to eat his hippo. You don't need farms. We have food at home. Aphrodite's coming in. See if he can figure out which TC it is. It's going... Oh, look at that! The restoration against the tornado! This is genius! It will actually work as well. He has saved his TC. you guys see, Restoration, it has a 10 times greater effect when the target isn't shooting. So that's why this works. If there was a unit here of Yoshi's, it wouldn't have worked. Then it would only work at 10% efficiency. If a building is doing any action, or any unit is doing any action, they're getting crap for healing. That's why you gotta passive stance your units. However, Yoshii is not done. He just destroyed the TC, and he's got a shifting stance ready to go. He's coming in with the rhinos that he's made from the Pharaoh, by the way. Those are... Let's check the cost. I actually don't remember. 6. Only 6 favor for this. This unit has 207 health and 37%. Dude, that's way better than the Camori. Sad Camori kinda are bad though. Oh, Stone Walls coming in. That's a good choice here. Too bad the siege towers don't care. Yoshii taking the third TC, of course, also a good choice. And now the real fight begins. More and more rhinos getting generated. 300 food in each of these things. Oh wait, Shifting Sense is not ready to go. Shifting Sense was used earlier. Sorry guys. You're right. Herpy derp. Memory of goldfish and stuff. Anyways, Ancestors is still in. And that will aid the push here. Rhinos are high in number. Oh my god. This man has 13 rhinos on the field and he's going still. Ulysses has never seen the zoo before. These units are bonkers. The feral rhinos. I think they're undercosted at 6 favor. These are like mythic age units, man. The Greek heroes, by the way, take full damage from these, I'm pretty sure. They're minus 50% against buildings, but they do full damage against heroes. And Yoshii's just gonna take this town center now. He's still getting to destroy the fortress, despite the villagers shanking the siege towers pretty good. And, okay, while Ulysses made it to Mythic, that gives him 1 Colossus right now. And he's gonna still have to deal with all these rhinos. How? How is he gonna deal with the rhinos? With the shades? I don't think so. These things are 2 pop, by the way. 2 pop. Oh my god, he keeps making them! The Pharaoh produces them on the front lines and Ulysses doesn't have anything to stop it. Zoo! As I said, Yoshii is the master of all things crazy. Wow, someone call animal control. Well, this is what it comes down to. Yoshii is once again put on Mediterranean against his wishes. He hates this map. Let's see what he can do. It's definitely the bane of his existence. It gets him every Supremacy tournament. Ulysses on the other side playing Kronos. I like the Zeus pick, but man, this is gonna be difficult. Yoshii 3 does love his special strats. Mediterranean is one of the most one-dimensional maps that there is in Age of Mythology. You just go double or triple dock depending on your civ, and you make ship, and then you make the ship fight. That's... roll credits. Kronos is gonna be able to come in here and deconstruct Yoshii's dock. He doesn't have a villager nearby. So you have to move one up. And also very important to drop off your resources with your fishing ships, so that you can gather throughout the remaining time when your dock actually gets constructed. Something I'd be curious to see is if Ulysses decides to turn his Oracle into hero and maybe try to pick off the villager. It wouldn't be probably worth it, because eventually Yoshii just pulls like 3 villagers, then it's cheaper. Yes, he keeps the second one around, he has both available. Against Zeus, you don't want to do that. I'm thinking as the other Greeks, there might be an argument for it. I would love someone crazy to try that, so... if anyone's feeling crazy enough, please go for it. I'd love to see what happens. He's also pre-placing a second dock. That is not something I expected to see. Not until much later. After the temple, usually is when it happens. But I guess he... This is a really big Mediterranean, guys. So the walking time for the oracles to get here was long. Longer than normal. Not long enough to make a third fishing ship, as Yoshii on purpose didn't do that. But other than that, it took longer, which is why he's got the resources now for a second dock. He got the Pandora's box as a relic for fast and infinite training time. That could be interesting if our Chronos player time shifts across the map. Now with Yoshii not really needing pigs to get to the classical age, a lot of them get stolen, and Ulysses is gonna be rich. And even if he loses the water, he's got some backup pigs. That's not too bad. By the way, Twitch chat, do we want to hit the follow goal today? We need 1 follower for 2,500. How about it? One more. I think you can do it. I believe in you. Last time I was doubting, and I was right. Maybe this time I believe. See if it makes a difference. Sure, one of the 111 of you hasn't followed yet. Prometheus coming in. For Yoshii, it's a little bit later. More of a 450 advance of Hermes, which makes a lot of sense in this case. You want that ceasefire to protect yourself against the onslaught of Atlantean ships that will be coming in. Should be a triple dock, but if Ulysses commits to some land aggression too, then that isn't necessarily going to be the case. You could just do double by ream spam and also go hard on land. Where is the... oh, there. Right, and the triple oracle, of course, hitting the wood line here would be a big detriment to Yoshii's plans, but there's gonna be ceasefire, at which point Ulysses, of course, can just make the third dock. I like a lot that Yoshii is split up into 2 woodcutting groups. You get more efficiency because the villagers have to spread less against the storehouse, and thus their walking is slower, is less that they have to do. If the villagers were spreading all the way across to here, that would be a long walking time, as you can imagine. Well, the villagers are getting clapped. This is not easy stuff. Yoshii just... is he making ships? He's got 4 docks, man. That's bonkers. Yoshii's making an extra Promethean. We don't see that all that often. Gonna go for the second wood area. It does look to me like Yoshii will have to either accept a ceasefire early, or you'll have to garrison into the docks and hope for the best when all of them are shooting. Which they won't. Ulysses is never gonna go that deep. In fact, he's dodging the shots very nicely with his movement. The villagers are getting picked off. This could be an absolute disaster game so far. 1 villager goes down. So much idle time, and he's having to use these close by trees. He's only got 2 villagers on gold. It's 3 actually, they're inside of each other. Nice. Good for them. I hope they're happy. Anyway, Third dog coming up for Ulysses. He just killed another villager. This man's going bonkers. Another villager kill? Okay. Villagers are safe for now. Piggies go home. That's a lot of ships, man. Yoshi's got a bunch. It's not gonna be enough. I think he has to ceasefire. He probably should have ceasefired throughout this harassment. Like, imagine just gathering all that extra food and being fine and making ships behind it. Now, instead, he's gonna lose all the fishing ships. And his trireme and the dock. It's kind of a disaster. You know what now? Now Yoshii is just behind. There's no nice way of saying this. He's just behind. That's it. Fishing ships are still not gathering. And I mean, Yoshii is gonna have 10 triremes. This is 15 biremes. They can take it. Ulysses knows he can relax. He's getting per scene. He's getting extra fishing ships. All makes sense, really. What is the strategy? I don't get it, Yoshii. He's got no resources. He's just hoping to build up the trireme count, I guess. Yeah, wow, chat really wants me to hydrate. I guess I need it. Thanks for taking care of me, chat. You can't see it, but it happened. Even posture checks. And stretching, okay, fine. Well, we got the time. Although the fight is finally beginning. Cool, so, is that enough triremes now? Looking at 12. He should be able to hold his own, but just a little bit too many biremes. Just a little bit too many. Possible drink water. Yes, possible. I did actually. You saw your points, chat. Make me. Okay, here it goes. Oh, now you use ceasefire, Yoshii! What? I guess he wants to max out. Why now? Oh, I see. He's got enough villagers on it too. Can he both make ships and that TC and be fine? Need a few houses. Well, the TC will give him a little bit of space. That's a lot of boats, man. I can't even select all of them. Let's try this way. God, I wish we had the spectator tools of the extended edition. That's something no one can convince me of is worse. Just press one button, see all the units and how many there are of each. And now that there's 30 ships, I won't be able to select beyond 30. Deal with it. Fortunately, they're gonna start fighting, so hopefully we can stay at or below. But now I also can select both armies and see the numbers. It's just capped at 30. It's really terrible. So I have no idea who's gonna win this. Yoshii seems to have a good amount of population, but I'm pretty sure he's outnumbered on water. Also, the more Milo are hitting him here a little bit, preventing gold mining. He's still got a little bit at home, but not too much. The pullback micro from Ulysses is actually great, pulling several ships of Yoshii into the depths of his formation. And while the triremes are kind of holding their own, I'm not sure how much longer you can keep that up, because Ulysses is on 18 citizens. You're supposed to multiply that by 2.5. So that's a pretty nice advantage he's got over Yoshii there, economically speaking. And he can keep doing this all day. The biremes are a little bit weaker than the triremes though, at least individually. Cost-wise, they're fine. They're really speedy, so reinforcements are good. Can Yoshii stabilize? Can he get a second gold mine? More importantly, because I think what's about to happen is Ulysses has 3 TCs. It's gonna max out. Really, he could just pull back for a second and max out. Hit these triremes even harder. I'm not even sure he needs to do that. He's picking off all the weak triremes right now. He's super close to maxing out. All he needs to do now is time shift a few military barracks on top of these gold mines, and I mean, Yoshii is barely mining it anyway. This really looks heavily Ulysses' favor to me. Just a little bit of extra pop, and he's maxed. Yoshii's down to 69 pop. Not nice. 136 for Ulysses. It's a devastating lead, and Yoshii can't beat this back. He's never gonna have the water again. There is no way he can hold. He needs to sacrifice the water now and focus on land, if he's even gonna do that. I would not be shocked if he taps that, but it's gonna cost him the tournament, so obviously he's not going to immediately do it. Can he secure the gold? There's no units heading his way, and Ulysses is not right now ready for the heroic age yet. But he is building forward. He's gonna try to take a 4th TC. Time shifts are easy. You just put your ships here and boom, 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 boom. Eventually they'll be up. He's doing the only job he has, which is upgrading units and building up buildings. Still shocked to not see time shift here. It's obviously where Yoshii is. Up until recently, actually, Ulysses was looking at the gold mine. Here come the Terma. Surprised it's Terma, not Murmillo spam. Now that Ulysses is doubling the population of Yoshii, I just don't really see how this can be held. Signal fires just completed, so the map's lighting up. Sentry tower getting shifted forward, probably getting upgraded to a watchtower at the back of this, and the TC was gonna come up. There's no stopping this anymore. Yoshii gives up, and with that, Ulysses takes a series 3-1. Yeah, that's, like I said, Mediterranean is kind of Yoshii's bane of his existence. I'm sure he would love to have the ability to veto maps, or I mean to outright ban them. Maybe in the next tournament we'll accommodate something like that. He told me that that would be something very interesting for him. Congrats to Ulysses though, making it to the semi-finals. Very nice. Guaranteed some prize money now. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.